Oh, I don't know. I just went and asked them. They told me it would be Kanab would be the home team. So,
all right.
Cannon Barney stands in on the right side. Top of the order here for South Sevier. Barney followed by Peyton Ingram, then Biggs Northrop. If they get to the fourth batter, the cleanup hitter is Kenyon Okerlund. Latimer Glover on the mound for Kanab. Misses away for ball 1 to Barney. Here's the 1-0 delivery out of the windup. And that one will stay up for ball 2. Maybe the challenging part here, in my mind at least, is that it's a different umpire now behind home plate. So it's changed. The zone could adjust a little bit.
Absolutely.
Here's the 2-0 hitters count pitch. Misses inside for ball 3 and a 3-0 count.
And honestly, too, your approach has to stay the same, right? You can't be, hey, now we're the team to beat. You still look at it as, hey, if you're South Sevier, we're still the underdogs right here. We got to go in there and take this one. We got to compete. Keep staying disciplined at the plate, do what got us here. And I'm sure Coach Baker, that was the message.
There's the all-automatic called strike 1 in the low part of the zone. 3-1 hitters count now for Barney. Glover out of the windup, 3-1 pitch. In the dirt for ball 4, and Cannon Barney for the second game in the row draws a leadoff base on balls for the Rams.
And this has been the Achilles heel of Kanab against the South Sevier team so far in the first game, and then starting it off here is the walks. I went back and double-checked my notes, had 9 walks and 1 hit by pitch, and so that's 10 freebies, and starting off with 1 right here.
So it brings Peyton Ingram to the plate. 4 for 6 last game. First pitch, that one's on the outside half for a called strike 1. Not where I would have wanted to put it with Ingram.
I was going to say, you mentioned it, outside half. They haven't made that adjustment.
10 stolen bases for Cannon Barney.
Takes about a 2-step lead over at first base, 2.5 steps. There's the 0-1 from Glover to Ingram. Curveball swung on, deep fly ball down the left field line. And that one is off the wall. One hops it. Barney's heading for third. He's being waved around. And the throw will not be made home. It's an RBI double for Peyton Ingram as he continues to drive the ball to the deep part of the field.
And Verosco, the third baseman, was saying foul from the get-go. He thought that one felt just foul, but it was right down the left field line near the warning track, and the home plate umpire said fair ball. Because of the runner on, the umpires were in different positions, right?
Yeah.
Normally with no runner on, you have an umpire at first and third, but because you had the runner on, you had the umpire at first and second, but the home umpire had that one called fair from the get-go, but Verosco, the third baseman, was saying it was foul.
In all the years I umpired, I never agreed with that setup.
So a RBI double. South Sevier strikes first. Biggs Northrop comes to the plate, hitting from the right side. First pitch from Glover. Swung on. He hammers that one, but way foul down the left field line for strike 1.
That's out.
Wow,
the
that
street.
one was definitely turned on. And same thing, Ingram. We said you got to throw him inside, but you got to have a little velocity if you're going to do that to get it underneath his hands, and he just turns on it.
So an 0-1 count. Next pitch. It's going to miss low and in for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. They did bring Crew Winkle on to run as a speed-up runner for Peyton Ingram. So Winkle takes over at second base. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, chopped foul to the left side for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's wise, I think. You got Ingram, the starting pitcher. He's been catching a lot. Yeah, he's a good base runner, but there's no outs. Crew Winkle's done a nice job running all year long. Get him in the game and get Ingram in the dugout.
So a 1-2 count.
I agree.
Glover out of the stretch, comes set as he checks Winkle at second base. A 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses up for ball 2. Let me ask you about the heat. Nolan, when we talked about that fact you've been in this game as a coach, that was done in St. George, and it was way hot. It's way hot here today. What do you have, Willie?
I had 87 the last time I checked.
And that turf is going to be 10 degrees hotter for these players as Northrop fouls that one off to stay alive.
You see the South Sevier dugout, a lot of those bright fluorescent green. I'm sure they've got those rags wet and keeping them cool on their heads and their necks. But you got to stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. Stay cool. Stay shaded up as much as you can because it is warm. Willie's showing me 88 now. And again, that the turf is really hot as it misses low for ball 3 to Northrop. And we talked to then when Casey Anderson was your catcher. You played him at catcher in the first game, but didn't play him as catcher in the second game, had him DH because of that very thing. Yeah, his arm and is just, worn out completely there behind the plate. You play a lot of games, and that heat just drains you.
Payoff pitch swung on. Northrop drives one into center field and over the head of Cooper Anderson. That's going to score Winkle from second. Northrop's on his way to third, and there will not be a throw. It's an RBI triple to straightaway center field for Biggs Northrop, 2-0 South Sevier.
Well, he hit everything hard that was thrown his way and finally got one fair.
Well, and I said this last game, but I'll say it again just because I don't know how many people really realize the importance of when you're playing on a big field. South Sevier has learned from it the last 2 years. BYU 2 years ago, UVU last year, they hit a lot of fly ball outs, right? That normally on a smaller field or any high school field, they might be home runs and things like that, but on a field like this, they're just outs. But they've made the adjustment and started hitting balls on lines.
Okerlund flies this one down the left field line in foul territory, but a nice running catch by Cash Kabonik. But it will be an RBI fly out for Okerlund as Northrop tags and scores. One out in the inning, 3-0 South Sevier. Bases are now empty.
Good job. Just did what, hit it where it was pitched and scored the run.
Yeah, it's not about the home run. It's about winning the game, right? And you got to hit balls on lines, hit balls in gaps, and that's what they're doing right now.
And even though that was a fly out, it was a deep fly out. That's 3 balls hit really hard off of Latimer Glover as Cameron Hesse stands in on the right side.
Well, right now these South Sevier hitters are just sitting on the fastball.
First pitch on the outside edge for a called strike one.
I think that fooled Cameron Hesse. I don't think he figured one was going to be that good coming at him.
That one will be low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nobody's been able to really dial in a second pitch against this South Sevier team.
Next one misses. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Cameron Hesse. Next pitch coming from Glover. Low and away. Makes the 3-1 hitters count.
I thank Robert's part-time broadcast partner, Corey, for
bringing us some lunch.
Bringing us some hot dogs. It's a baseball game without a hot dog.
Yeah, Corey and I will be up here in Orem at UVU on Monday, and then, of course, we'll get to see Willie and Nolan on Wednesday and Saturday as well during the 3A state tournament. And they're talking to the South Sevier dugout about something. Something about what talking to the pitcher, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I said that. I think he was telling him, hey, you can talk to your guy, but don't be talking to anybody else.
Here's the 3-1. Swung on. Hesse drives one to left field.
That's
going back is Kabonik, and that one's over his head as it one-hops the wall. And Hesse strolls into second with a stand-up double. That is 4 straight balls hit real hard by South Sevier. 1 out, 3 runs in, and a runner on second.
Well, because of the way that South Sevier's been hitting the ball, they've got the power behind it. It forces you to play deeper, and then everything drops in front for a base hit. So Kanab's been trying to play somewhat straight up, and they've just drove a couple balls over the outfield's head.
So that'll bring Jagger Red to the plate.
Jagger came into the day hitting 317, or into this game hitting 317. I went to Max Prep, so if they've been updated, I've given you updated statistics.
Red in on the right side, 1 out, runner on second. First pitch from Glover. It's going to miss low for ball 1 and a 1-0 count.
Looking at the averages, it did look like they had been changed, so we'll hope that they're up to date. If not, they were what they were when we started this morning.
In theory, because it's done by an official scorekeeper and they seamlessly go to Max Preps, I think it should automatically update. Ball in the dirt, good block by Verasco to hold Hesse at second. 2-0 hitters count now for Red.
Yeah, and you talked about another 2-0 count. It was 2-0 count before, 2-0 count. When you get behind in the count, South Sevier's just unloading when they get those hitters counts.
2-0 pitch on the inside edge, strike 1. Good spot there from Glover.
Yeah, you got to be able to get first pitch strike, and then if South Sevier starts swinging first pitch, then you've got to be able to still throw a different pitch or a different location for a strike, but get ahead of these hitters.
1 out, 1 on. The 2-1 pitch. Low and in for ball 3, and a 3-1 hitters count now for Jagger Red. 3-0 South Sevier leads here in the top of the first inning. Glover out of the stretch, 3-1 delivery. in there for a called strike 2 on the outside half and a full count now to Red.
Yeah, Coach Baker takes a couple steps up towards him and gives him a vote of confidence and said, hey, go get it now.
So Hesse off the bag at second, 1 out. Glover checks him. Long look in, looks back to Hesse. Now time will be called by Red.
Chess match playing between the batter and the pitcher.
Red steps back in as Glover comes set. Not much of a lead for Hesse at second base. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses up for ball 4, and Jagger Red draws the 1 out base on ball. Second walk issued in the inning. 2 on now for South Sevier with 1 out, and Brace Brindley coming to the plate.
Yeah, Kel Glover, you can see it in his body language. He was hoping to get that one for strike 3, didn't like it, kind of walks in and talks to Glover there on the mound, and now he goes back to his position, tells everybody we got 2 out.
1 out.
Or 1 out, yeah, sorry.
And Brindley at the plate. First pitch from Latimer Glover on the outside edge, strike 1.
Coach, you're sitting too close to me. That's the problem. I'm rubbing off on you.
Well, I swear, and now he's saying 1, but I think he did before say 2, unless he was saying this. Let's roll 2.
Yeah, could have been.
I'm blessed. I can't see that far.
0-1 pitch. Brindley drives one to left field. Kabonik settles underneath it and makes the play for out number 2, an F7 for Brace Brindley for the second out of the inning. Runners will hold their positions.
Well, they're trying to wear old Cash Kabonik out there. Hitting things at him, hitting things over him, hitting things to his left. Will be to his right, but
brings Riker Freeman to the plate now for South Sevier with 2 outs, 2 on, and 3 runs across in the inning.
Number 8 hitter comes into this game hitting .320. We can have faith that Max Preps has been seamlessly upgraded or updated.
Freeman stands on the left side as Latimer Glover steps off the mound.
Just can't seem to get all of the games for South Sevier in there.
Yeah, they missed one for some reason.
So,
Freeman back in on the left side. Glover sets. First pitch. He's going to catch the outside half for a called strike 1 and an 0-1 count.
Well, with Kanab losing that one to South Sevier that first game, they dropped to 20-7. South Sevier goes to 25-6 on the season.
Yeah. Again, Glover sets. Quick look at Hesse at second base, or a long, slow look at Hesse. He's going to step off the mound. I mean, Hesse's barely off the bag, and he's taking a long look at him.
5 stolen bases on the year, but I'm going to bet that none of them are third base.
Yeah.
Well, right here, 2 outs. You just play your position, and anything to the outfield for the most part, he should score anyways.
0-1. Misses up for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You got Brady Ramsey out there in right field. He's literally playing in right center field.
Got a young 10, 11-year-old baseball team for Kanab down in front with their rally hats on. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul tip. Strike 2.
Well, I like their optimism.
Well, and look at the positioning once again. Riker Freeman, he has done a really good job of going the other way this year. But if he could turn on one, put it down that right field line anywhere, he's got good enough speed. Ramsey's got a long ways to run.
Yeah, Ramsey's way off the line.
He's literally just in front of the 388 out there in right center field.
All of that UVU shot he had last year.
2 outs, 2 on, 1-2 count here to Freeman. The pitch from Latimer Glover. Way outside for ball 2.
Well, and that might be part of it, too. They're pitching him away. So they're positioned.
Which is also interesting because he's been hitting it really well the other way. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 3 across here in the top of the first. 3-0 South Sevier. Glover sets. Another look at Hesse. The pitch to Freeman. Swung on and he fouls that one back out of play.
He had a pitch to hit, too. I think that got a little bit more of the big part of the strike zone than Latimer Glover wanted.
Yeah, it did.
Freeman back in on the left side. Again, the 2-2. Misses up and away for ball 3 and a full count.
Yeah, he didn't like it. He was asking where that pitch was as he went with the curveball.
By the way, I remember last night they said we can double tap the monitor and
get bigger.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's what I was trying to say.
Full count. Glover turns to look to throw to second. Nobody covering, though, as Hesse steps back to the bag.
Zoom was the term I was trying to think of. Double tap.
Double tap. There we go. Glover again sets. 3-2 count to Freeman. 2 on, 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Runners take off. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. Freeman will go down swinging for the third out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Latimer Glover. But South Sevier strikes first as they get 3 runs in the inning. They do so on 3 hits in the inning. No errors committed by Kanab and 2 runners left on base through 1/2 inning of play. It is South Sevier 3, Kanab 0 in the 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
1, 2, 3, let's go, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Let's doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter what you do, I know you can overcome. One, two, three, let's go.
We go to the bottom of the first inning here at BYU. The South Sevier softball team has just made their way to a standing ovation here at BYU as the South Sevier baseball team came out of the dugout cheering them on as they came in holding the state championship trophy, hoping their baseball team can do the same as Peyton Ingram takes them out for the Rams in the bottom of the first. Facing the top of the Kanab order, Cash Kabonik, Kel Glover, and Latimer Glover. The fourth batter, cleanup hitter is Cannon Roscoe. And Kabonik hits this one back up the middle to Ingram, fields it, throws to first for the out. Immediately, Kabonik was saying that it was catcher's interference. The plate umpire is going to talk about it. Gus Ingram, the new catcher, replacing his brother behind the plate as his brother takes the spot on the mound.
Well, I'll say it again. Nobody motioned. You know, if they saw it from the get-go. So,
yeah, the only person that did was Kabonik that immediately started saying it.
Well, he's the one swinging the bat, so he probably would know. But very well deserved of that standing ovation for the South Sevier girls. Not only helps their boys in my mind, they bring in another double the crowd. They're going to say an out right there, but those softball teams, they got a lot of cheers. They come in with it. They come in and right there had a cheer kind of leading the crowd for a minute.
That'll bring Kel Glover to the plate now. Gus Ingram back behind the plate. He immediately said, I didn't touch the bat. I didn't interfere with that one. Oh. And Ingram's going to hit Kel Glover in the helmet, so Glover will head to first. Runner on here for Kanab.
Well, and kind of a fun pitcher-catcher duo right here. You got Peyton Ingram, the senior. He takes the mound, and then Gus Ingram, the brother, the freshman, gets to come in and catch him. So regardless, this is the last high school game for Peyton, and to be able to pitch and play catch with his brother back there, that's pretty neat.
Yes, it is. Ingram working from the stretch now as Latimer Glover steps in on the right side, trying to help out his own cause. Kel Glover about a 2.5 step lead at first. First pitch from Ingram. On the outside half, strike one. And we wondered about Peyton. I mean, we know he's a really good pitcher. Obviously, they love him as a catcher. And he's thrown the ball a lot.
He has. But one thing I've noticed this year compared to last year, his arm was starting to get tired, even on throwdowns. He wouldn't even throw it down. He would just throw it back to pitcher. But all last game in between innings, he was rifling it to second base. So it tells me his arm's a lot stronger, and it's pretty fresh in comparison to last year.
Yeah. Foul tip there from Latimer Glover for 0-2. Kel Glover takes again about a 2.5-step lead at first. The 0-2 pitch from Ingram. Misses low and away for ball one. So Peyton Ingram started in the state championship as a freshman catcher. Now Gus Ingram getting to do the same thing. The 1-2 pitch. Misses away for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and obviously he was catching last game. He knows the strike zone, but like you mentioned, Robert, the umpires, and if they've moved at different positions, so different home plate umpire.
Glover with a 2.5-step lead at first. 1 out, the 2-2 pitch. Misses low and away for ball 3, and Latimer Glover able to work back to a full count.
I don't know about you, but after plunking the last batter, he's kind of aiming that curveball, trying not to get that curveball up and in.
Houston Blake will come over and talk to him from shortstop.
You know, we've seen Blake take charge a couple times on the infield. You know, pull people together right there, like you said, go and talk to Ingram.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Latimer Glover will go down swinging for the second out of the inning, first strikeout of the game for Peyton Ingram.
Good job there by Gus behind the plate to hold on to that one. That was on the inside. That's a tough pitch to handle.
And did you see him come up out of there with a fist pump and rifle it back to his brother there on the mound?
That brings the cleanup hitter, Kenan Verosco, to the plate as he stands in on the right side. You know, that strikeout, each team only struck out twice last game. First pitch, misses out for ball 1. So strikeouts are at a premium.
They are.
Between these two teams.
Well, and Ingram's really trying to get that curveball established as he tries it right there on first pitch.
The 1-0 pitch, swung on, slow ground ball to the left side. Charging is Okerlund, filled to the bare hand, throw to first is not in time. A diving slide to first by Kenan Verosco. Great effort by Kenyon Okerlund, but an infield single for Verosco.
Yeah, great effort, like you said, Robert, but just no chance at getting him. Good hustle from Verosco to get down the line. Didn't think he needed to slide, but he went in head first, trying to make sure that he was in there safely.
Coach Baker comes out of the dugout, wants to talk to the home plate umpire. I think they're maybe wondering if he fouled it off of him. I think that's what Peyton Ingram acted like it was. He didn't act like it was a ball in play initially. And I think he wondered if it was fouling. That's what Coach Baker's asking for.
Well, this would be the first reversal of the tournament so far. Nope.
He's just there at base. Yep.
Yeah, and I couldn't see. I was blocked, to be honest, but the way he ran down the line, like if you usually hit yourself, you're hopping around or at least trying to sell it, but he was getting down the line.
Yeah. So that brings Walker Bear to the plate now with 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the first. South Sevier leads Kanab 3-0 in this 2A state championship game. Baird stands in on the left side facing Peyton Ingram. First pitch on the inside edge, strike 1.
Those are the pitches that lefties usually like, down and in. They like to turn on those, but he let it go.
Walker, though, he's one of them that likes it up, and then he likes to use all the fields.
The 0-1, breaking ball. This is up and away, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-0 South Sevier, but Kanab threatening. Long look at Kel Glover at second. The 1-1 pitch, curveball, fouled back to the screen, strike 2.
Yeah, he pulled Walker on that one. Late recognition and just tried to put the bat on the ball, maybe just get it in play.
Yeah, those are the ones you just let it go. and just say, okay, you got me on that one at strike 2, because even if you hit that, you ground out weakly for the most part. But now he'll have to battle with 2 strikes.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the left side. Houston Blake fields it, bobbles it, throw to second in time for the 6-4 fielder's choice for the 3rd out of the inning. As Kanab threatens, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit and no errors committed by South Sevier, and 2 runners left on base through 1 inning of play. It is South Sevier 3, Kanab 0 in the 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
We're back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the top of the 2nd inning in a 3-0 ball game. South Sevier leading Kanab in this 2A state championship. And the Rams will bring the 9, 1, and 2 batters to play this inning. Houston Blake, Cannon Barney, and Peyton Ingram. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Biggs Northrup. Latimer Glover on the mound for Kanab. First pitch to Blake, misses up, ball 1.
Not how you want to start the 2nd inning. First batter you faced, fall behind 1-0.
Here's the 1-0 pitch out of Glover. Stays up for ball 2 and a 2-0 hitter's count. You talked about Houston Blake taking charge in the infield. You want your shortstop to do that. This is a very talented senior class, though, and it's not maybe what you might see out of a junior coming in with this group. But he's done a great job at this thing. No, this is my role. I'm going to help in this way as ball 3 misses high.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Like you say, heavily on the senior side of things, especially across the infield. But Houston Blake's been solid at shortstop and done a nice job.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And Blake had just put the bat down and watched strike 1 go by right down the middle. Hitters count. Glover out of the windup, 3-1. Swung on, chops it foul, strike 2.
Good job of Glover to come back and make this a full count.
Here's the payoff pitch from Glover to Blake. Swung on, high pop up to the right side. Coming over is Baird. Calls for it as he gets near the dugout and makes the play for out number 1, a P3 for Houston Blake. Pop to the first baseman for the first out of the inning.
Yep, good job by Walker Baird there. Never did look down to see where the fence was, just kept his eye on the ball. Normally you want to see him go to the fence and then work your way back, but
well, Baird's a sophomore. He doesn't play like a sophomore, does he?
Right.
no.
That brings it to the plate to Cannon Barney, the leadoff hitter for South Sevier. In on the right side, first pitch from Glover. Top of the zone, strike 1. You look at this Kanab team, and it's a lot of sophomores.
Well,
Roscoe behind the plate, Glover on the mound. Ramsey and Wright. This is a sophomore-loaded team.
Yeah, they've only got 4 seniors, and starting 4 sophomores.
Called strike there. Scoreboard shows 0-2. I believe it should be 1-1.
At times, too, we've
what
seen.
you had?
It's 0-2, yeah.
It is 0-2?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barney was checking there, and it made me question it too. But here's the pitch from Glover. That one will miss, low and in for a ball.
Grady Anderson, a freshman, played quite a bit, too, in the outfield in different situations.
Yes, he has.
Would you say Gubler, sophomore? Is that right?
Gubler's a junior.
Yeah, junior. Yep. Next pitch swung on, and Barney fouls that one down the right field line out of play.
Deegan Swap, who came in and pitched the last game, another sophomore.
Yeah.
So, Kanab, they're going to be right back here in the future as well.
Glover out of the windup. The 1-2 pitch to Barney. Fouled back to the screen as Barney battles. Deep breath from Barney as he stands on the right side. One out, nobody on here in the top of the second. Latimer Glover out of the windup, the 1-2. And that one's going to hit Barney in the leg as he heads to first on the one out hit by pitch.
Yeah, just a slow curveball. He just turned and let it hit him.
47 pitches already for Latimer Glover. Something to keep an eye on. Barney's kind of stretching things out over there.
Umpire giving him a minute to walk it off. It's Peyton Ingram. He hasn't hit the ball very well today.
No.
That's an understatement.
I think he's hit everything twice except for home runs, so he's driving it everywhere. First pitch on the outside half, strike one.
It's kind of a tough spot to leave that curveball.
Yeah, he hits to all fields, but I think his strength is hitting to that right center field gap.
Throw to first, a lob to first, I should say, as Barney dives back safely. Two-step lead over at first by Barney. One out, one on. There's the 0-1 to Ingram. Swung on, line drive. Caught out of the air by Glover at short. Barney dives back to first. It's an L6 for Ingram. Line out to shortstop for the second out of the inning.
That's one where, if you're Kanab, you take a sigh of relief and big deep breath and say, finally, we got an out right there with Ingram.
Yeah. You turn around and see Biggs Northrup standing in the batter's box.
Yeah, those two back-to-back.
It's a short breath that they're taking.
Yeah. Those two back-to-back have been...
Well, last game alone, Peyton Ingram 4 for 6 and Biggs Northrup 3 for 5. And then Canyon Okerlund had 2. Everybody else pretty much 1. And then Cannon Barney's, he did go 0 for.
Called strike one to Northrup. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball to the left side. Glover backhanded it short, throw to second in time for the 6-4 fielder's choice and into by Biggs Northrup. As Glover with a solid second inning for Kanab on the mound. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base through 1.5 innings of play. It is South Sevier 3, Kanab 0 in this 2A state championship game on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
And a partridge in a pear.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
To the bottom of the second inning we go here in the 2A state championship at Brigham Young University. The 6, 7, and 8 batters coming to the plate this inning for Kanab. And Cooper Anderson keeps swinging a hot bat. First pitch swinging, drives one into center field for a leadoff single for the Cowboys.
Yeah, the senior center fielder for Kanab, Cooper Anderson's had a great day.
Yeah.
Coach Brinkroff said that they needed him to be one that steps up.
And this is another one, and they're still waiting for Brogan Verosco here coming to the plate to get his bat going.
Anderson a 2.5-step lead at first. Ingram will now work from the stretch. Verosco will be followed by Ramsey. If they get to the fourth batter this inning, that's Hayden Gubler. Peyton Ingram on the mound. First pitch on the outside edge to Verosco, strike one.
Anderson with 9 stolen bases on the season.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Thought about it, held off, watches ball one go by. They're going to appeal to the first base umpire, says he did not go around. So a 1-1 count. Ingram checks Anderson at first. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball to the left side. Blake at short fields it. The second in time. Throw to first is in time for the 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs in the inning. Nobody on base.
Yep, good turn there. Houston Blake and Brace Brindley. It's a new game for Brace.
Yes, it is.
Now, he's had some problems with the throws, but not on that one. That was a strike to Jagger Red.
That's a quick way to erase that single from Cooper Anderson with the double play.
That'll bring to the plate to Brady Ramsey now for Kanab. In the left side, first pitch from Ingram. This is outside, ball 1. One-0 pitch. Called strike 1 and a 1-1 count. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Got him out in front on his front foot on that one for strike 2.
Well, Ingram's doing a really good job of getting ahead in the count, right? To where then he can go to that off-speed pitch, just like he did right there to Ramsey.
Here's the 1-2. Lays off of that one for ball 2, high and away, and a 2-2 count.
Good idea, though, after coming in on that, going outside. Already in Ramsey's head there with the curveball.
The 2-2 swung on and fouls that one off to the left side as Ramsey battles. 2 outs here in the inning. Nobody on base here for Kanab. Bottom of the second. 3-0 is your score. South Sevier leads. Ramsey back in on the left side. Again, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and he'll go down swinging for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Peyton Ingram as they go down in order. 1, 2, 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base. Through 2 innings of play in the 2A state championship. South Sevier 3, Kanab 0 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network at Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center. I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people, and many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years, and there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
So welcome back here to Brigham Young University. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. This 2A state championship game with South Sevier leading Kanab 3-0. And the Rams will bring the 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate this inning. Kenyon Okerlund, Cameron Hesse, and Jagger Red. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Brace Brindley. Latimer Glover on the mound for Kanab. Misses up and in to Okerlund for ball 1.
A little chin music to back Canyon off the plate. Blew out the left field the last time up. But came in hitting .333.
1-0 pitch, swung on, line drive, fair down the third base line. Into left field it goes. Okerlund rounds first. That one goes to the corner. He'll round second. He's looking for 3. The throw is not in time. A triple down the left field line for Kenyon Okerlund to lead off the 3rd inning for South Sevier.
Well, we keep talking about it, the speed of Kenyon Okerlund. And that time, he was watching where that ball went, looking at his base coach, and when he came around, he just turned the jets on and cruised in at 3rd.
Well, and you could see that right behind 3rd base as that one hit. The black beads come up just inside the foul line, and Okerlund, like you said, just great speed. Good way to start off the inning with the leadoff triple.
Brings Cameron Hesse to the plate now for South Sevier. First pitch, top of the zone for a called strike 1.
Cameron thought about it and then laid off.
Yeah, Cameron got a double his first time up, but right here he's looking for a pitch. Same thing, drive it out of the infield.
The 0-1 pitch, swung on, line drive into left field for a base hit. Okerlund comes in to score. That one gets past Kabonik. Hesse is going to take second base on the air. So an RBI single and an error allows him to move into scoring position.
South Sevier just has all the momentum right now, and it starts with their bats. Putting together some really good at-bats.
Brings Jagger Red to the plate now for the Rams.
Well, it was late into the ball game before Kanab had an error last game. This time, second inning. And probably the most unlikely guy out there, you think, for the error, Cash Kabonik.
Glover checking Hesse at second. First pitch to Red. He swings on the first one, pops it up. Will it stay in play? Glover giving chase, as is Verasco, and Verasco hits the wall as the ball kicks off his glove. Nearly made a great play on it. New life for Jagger Red on strike one.
Yeah, there's a piece of concrete down there, too, that you got to be careful. Good thing for having them shin guards on.
So just an 0-1 count. A lot of excitement for strike one.
Well, any excitement's good excitement.
There's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball, strike two to Red. 0-2 count.
Yeah, as you get older, that excitement's hard to come by.
That curveball's a pitch that Latimer's really got to get going. Ingram on the other side has done a nice job with his, getting ahead in the count and then keeping the Kanab hitters off balance.
Glover steps off the mound as he looks Hesse back to the bag at second. Jagger Red out of the box to reset. Long look at Hesse again. Not a big lead for Hesse at second base. The 0-2 pitch to Red. Top of the zone for a called strike three, and Jagger Red will go down looking for the first out of the inning, second strikeout of the game for Latimer Glover.
Had this one on the window shopping. Just couldn't pull the trigger, could he?
Nope, man, that's a big out for Kanab.
Brings up Brace Brindley.
I believe that's the first looking strikeout of the game, isn't it? Of the
Yep.
two games, as Brindley drives one down the left field line.
Double.
That's down for a base hit. Hesse comes in to score. Brindley's on his way to second. The throw is not in time. An RBI double for Brace Brindley. 5-0 South Sevier here in the top of the third.
And the beat goes on. As the song would say, probably might be a little older than you guys, but the beat goes on. I think, was that Mamas and the Papas, somebody like that?
Yeah, you got me.
Like I say, a little over you guys' head.
I know, and the beat goes on, but I have no idea who sings it.
Might even have been Sonny and Cher. I don't know. I think several different people sang it.
Riker Freeman will bat next for South Sevier. One out and one on. Glover comes set from the stretch. First pitch to Freeman. Breaking ball drops off for ball one.
You talked about these two teams. South Sevier, a lot of seniors. Kanab, a lot of sophomores, different underclassmen. They've only got the 4 seniors, but that makes a difference mentally too.
Yeah,
South Sevier, these seniors, they've been here. They know what it's like. They're gritty, and they're getting it done right now at the plate.
Ball two misses up and away to Freeman for the 2-0 hitters count. We've already run the pitch count up of Glover to 61. 2-0 pitch, swung on and fouled back to the screen for strike one and a 2-1 count. Of course, Kabonik is still available to come back after throwing 35 pitches in the first game. As is Deegan Swap. Freeman squares the bunt, pulls it back, watches strike two go by for the 2-2 count.
Who made Lee Logan Vader throw?
Yeah, Vader threw 74 is what I have in that. So he's got 35 pitches as well, 36. 2-2 count here now to Freeman with one out and one on. Pitch from Glover. Breaking ball for a called strike three, and Freeman will go down looking for the second out of the inning. Third strikeout of the game for Latimer Glover.
Yeah, good looking curveball right there, just froze Freeman.
And this hasn't been what we've seen out of South Sevier the last 3 days, is looking at those ones. They've done a good job of making sure not to go down looking.
Well, and for the most part, too, they've had good hitting counts. They haven't even really got to 2 strikes a lot of times, so getting to 2 strikes when they have, they've battled and done a good job. But you're right, a couple backwards case here in this third inning.
Strike one called to Houston Blake. The 0-1 pitch, swings at one in the dirt for strike two as he pulls off for the 0-2 count.
Yeah, Latimer's got the curveball working now.
Well, if he could get Blake, that might give him and Kanab a little bit of momentum.
Brinley at second base after his RBI double. 2 outs, the 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen as Blake battles.
Yeah, if you get out with this, just the 5 runs. We've already seen that 5 runs ain't enough to get Kanab down.
No, it's definitely nice to have that 5-run lead, but yeah, Kanab, they battle.
Glover checks Brinley again. Once again, the 0-2 to Blake. Called strike 3, and Blake knew it as he goes down looking for the 3rd out of the inning and the 4th strikeout of the game for Latimer Glover as he strikes out 3 looking in the inning. But South Sevier adds their lead as they get 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error committed by Kanab, and 1 runner left on base through 2.5 innings of play. It is South Sevier 5, Kanab 0 in this 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Richfield and let us help you move mountains.
At Manti Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're crafting smiles with a hometown touch. Our comprehensive care from crowns to Invisalign allows us to treat the young and the young at heart. Manti Family Dental is veteran-owned and backed by Dr. Carlisle's 13 years of expertise and a heart for Manti's community.
I'm Dr. Carlisle. My wife and I chose to raise our family where roots run deep. Here, every patient is treated like a neighbor. Whether it's IV sedation to remove your wisdom teeth or getting an implant to replace a missing tooth, we ensure your dental health is in caring hands.
So give us a call to schedule a visit and discover the difference at Manti Family Dental.
Back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, a 5-0 ball game. South Sevier leading Kanab, and the Cowboys bring the 9, 1, and 2 batters to the plate this inning. And the first batter, Hayden Gubler, gets hit in the shoulder by Peyton Ingram. So Gubler heads the first. He'll be followed by Cash Kabonic, then Kel Glover. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Latimer Glover for the Cowboys. Peyton Ingram, as I said, on the mound for South Sevier.
Second hit batsman for Peyton Ingram. Another curveball just got away from him up there.
Now Kanab has 2 hits and 2 hit batters. Those are the base runners they've had in this game. One of those hits, though, got doubled up, so he wiped it off. First pitch now to Kabonic. Fouls it back to the screen, strike 1.
Cash came into the game hitting .500. Started the morning a little over .500.
He had a good swing on it right there. Just got a little bit underneath it and fouled it straight back. Looking to get on top of one.
0-1 pitch, ground ball back in the middle as the runner takes off. Blake fields it behind the bag at second. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 ground out and the first out of the inning. Hayden Gubler again moves to second on the play.
And I think because Hayden Gubler was going on that pitch, it might have been even a hit and run. I'm not sure. Just we're gonna get Gubler running with this speed, and if it's in there, Cash, go ahead and swing away. But because he was running, it already took Blake towards second base to maybe cover the bag if there's a play there. Otherwise, that might have got up the middle for a base hit.
Yeah, good play though by Blake, recognizing, not trying to get that one at second, just get the one at first. As Kel Glover stands in, first pitch swinging through the 5-6 hole, rounding third and on his way home. And the throw home is not in time. Peyton Ingram backs it up as Hayden Gubler comes in to score, and the Cowboys are on the board. As Kel Glover with the RBI single moves to second on the throw home. And Cannon Barney telling his team, that's my bad, I shouldn't have gone home on that one.
Yeah, and that's a good recognition on his part to realize, hey, base hit, yeah, you'd like to throw him out, but hey, keep the force on. We've seen South Sevier roll the double play. You're going to give up the 1 run. But now a ground ball, you can roll 2 and get out of the inning with just 1 run. But now you got another runner at scoring position with 1 out.
And the heart of the order coming up, 3-4-5. Latimer Glover first. He's in on the right side. Tends to help out his own cause here, down 5-1. First pitch from Ingram. Swung on, fouled straight down, strike 1.
Kenyon Okerlund, too, there at third base. He's playing a little bit more towards that 5-6 hole than he is the third baseline, especially with Blake there towards second base up the middle.
0-1 from Ingram. Ball in the dirt, good block by Gus Ingram behind the plate for ball one and a 1-1 count.
That's a tough spot for a freshman to be right there, and he's doing a good job back there. Nice block, like you said. Keeps the ball in front, keeps Glover at second base.
Got a good role model.
The 1-1 pitch from Ingram. Misses up for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, but just by the way he catches and throws, he doesn't look like a freshman.
Peyton Ingram sets on the mound. The 2-1 pitch on the outside edge for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Latimer Glover.
Good tailing fastball there on the outside portion.
Kel Glover at second. 1 out in the inning, 1 run across for Kanab. 5-1, South Sevier leads here in the bottom of the third. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Glover will go down swinging for the second out of the inning, second strikeout of the game for Peyton Ingram, third of the game, for Ingram.
But twice, 2 times for Latimer Glover.
So we'll bring the cleanup hitter, Kenan Verasco, to the plate for Kanab.
Kanab would really like to get that runner from second in and make this 5-2 and get a little bit of breathing room and some momentum. They don't want to leave that runner stranded out there at second base.
Cannon singled his first time up, coming hitting .458.
First pitch from Ingram. This is inside, ball 1.
Cannon had that slow chopper last time, beat it out.
Ingram takes a sign from Ingram. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball on the outside half, strike 1, 1-1 count.
Both these 2 pitchers, for the most part, have dialed in that curveball. That's one thing that most pitchers in this whole tournament have lacked, is just that second pitch besides their fastball and being able to throw it consistently for a strike.
And it's freezing the hitters there at the plate.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Verasco for the 1-2 count.
Well, that's what happens. You throw the slow curveball, you mix up the timing, come with the fastball down and away, and Verasco swings right through it.
Here comes the 2-strike clap from the South Sevier dugout and crowd with 2 outs, the runner on second. Ingram, Gus Ingram, flashes the sign to Peyton Ingram. Taking a long time, and now Peyton's going to step off the mound. He'll reset. Verasco eventually steps back in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ingram sets from the stretch with Glover at second. The 1-2. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Ingram, and no time as Kel Glover took off immediately and moves to third on the play. 2-2 count now to Verasco with the runner on third.
Well, now you got to make a decision if you're Peyton Ingram and South Sevier coaching staff. Do you want Ingram to try throwing a curveball right here with a chance of a runner at third that might get by, score a run, or do you challenge Verasco right here with a fastball? So Verasco's got obviously 2 strikes, but he's got to protect, but look for a pitch he can hit right here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Verasco goes down swinging for the third out of the inning. 4th strikeout of the game for Peyton Ingram as he throws it by him. But Kanab is on the board as they get 1 run on 1 hit in the inning. No errors committed by South Sevier, and 1 runner left on base through 3 innings of play in the 2A state championship. It is South Sevier 5, Kanab 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom at Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
For enjoyable Western dining, there's only one stop in Southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488. That's 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, any place. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant and mobile catering in Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
And we're back here at Brigham Young University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Willie Akers and Nolan Anderson on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom and Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports as we go to the top of the fourth inning in a 5-1 ball game here in the 2A State Championship. South Sevier leading. You have an equipment malfunction for Verasco behind the plate. Umpires helping him get squared away. South Sevier will bring the top of the order to the plate this inning. Cannon Barney, Peyton Ingram, and Biggs Northrup. If they get to the fourth batter, the cleanup hitter is Kenyon Okerlund. Latimer Glover on the mound for Kanab. That's the second time we've seen a catcher equipment malfunction.
Yeah.
As Davin Orton for Beaver had to go change masks.
Yeah, they've been watching the Academy Awards or something too much.
Glover working out of the windup. First pitch misses up for ball one.
Verasco started to throw it back and then said, wait a minute, you called that a ball? And then he flipped it back to Glover at the mound.
Next one bounces in the dirt in front of the plate for ball two and a 2-0 hitters count. Two-0 pitch. Called strike one on the inside half for a 2-1 count.
I thought maybe after the ball game I was going to get an early evening, but I just found out I got 2 lacrosse games this evening. Grandkids.
2-1 pitch, ground ball to the left side. Backhanded by Glover at short and throw to first. One hop right to Baird at first base for out number one. A 6-3 ground out for Cannon Barney for the first out of the inning.
Nice play from Glover right there. Recognize he doesn't have a lot of time, so he can't really step into throw. Just get it over there, let it one hop into Baird, who does a nice job scooping it.
So brings Peyton Ingram to the plate now for South Sevier after the umpire had to go over to the Kanab dugout.
Took something else over there and handed it to him. So I don't know, is Cannon Brosco coming completely apart or what?
Maybe found the other part, the missing piece.
First pitch from Glover. Top of the zone for a called strike one.
Peyton Ingram has been on fire.
He didn't like that call though. There's the 0-1 delivery. Swung on, fouled back to the screen, strike two and an 0-2 count.
This is where if you had that good hard slider that you could go right down the middle, break it down and away.
Swung on, fly ball down the right field line. That one's going to get down for a base hit with Ramsey way over in right center field. Ingram's getting around second on his way to third. Ramsey picks it up and gets it into Lorino at second, but it's a one-out triple for Peyton Ingram.
This continues the torrid hitting streak. Second triple in the ball game. Go back, I'm going to guess that he's got 5 or 6 in the tournament.
And that's too good a pitch, 1-2, to a hitter like Peyton Ingram.
They're going to bring the speed-up runner on for Ingram, the pitcher. It'll be Crew Winkle. That's his first in this game. He had a double in his first at-bat.
Was it a double?
But Biggs Northrup did triple earlier this game. And so did Kenyon Oakland. So there's been triples all over the ballpark in these 3 games today.
Yeah. Yet to see a over-the-fence home run, though.
Yeah. South Sevier's had the 2 in the Parkers, but no one's cleared the wall. Biggs Northrup at the plate. First pitch swinging, ground ball to the left side through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. As Winkle comes in to score, Northrup rounds first and holds there with the RBI single. 6-1 South Sevier.
Well, just as Kanab goes and gets 1 run of their own, South Sevier comes right back and makes up for it.
Yeah, the closest home run was the York kid from San Juan, right out there about the Glenn Tuckett sign, right there, hit right at about 2 foot off the bottom of the fence there.
Trace York from Grand.
Yeah.
So brings Kenyon Okerlund to the plate. Hitting from the right side. First pitch. This is low, ball 1.
6-1 now.
Good speed with Biggs Northrop there at first base, and good speed at the bat.
Yeah, Biggs with 14 stolen bases.
1-0 pitch. Thought about it. Held off. Watch a strike one go by on the outside edge for a 1-1 count.
But see, that's the exact perfect example of laying off it. It's not quite the pitch I want or I'm looking for, and I can let it go for a strike. And then you get a better pitch. And that's what the South Sevier team has done throughout this tournament.
A lot better job than in games and years previous.
Yeah.
The 1-1. Swings at one in the dirt. Strike 2 and a 1-2 count. Good block by
him up, and he
Verosco.
goes for that one.
Yeah. Now he'll have to battle with 2 for sure.
1 out in the inning. Runner on first. 1 run across. 6-1 your score. South Sevier leads. Glover out of the stretch. Ground ball back at the middle. Glover fields it off the mound. A nice play. The flip to first is in time. Had nowhere else to go with it. But a nice play from Latimer Glover off the mound for out number 2.
Yeah, and if he doesn't field it, that's an infield single, because second base, you've got Zach Guarino, and he's playing too deep. I don't think he'd have got to it in time.
No, there's no way.
Scoreboard out there shows the score is 6-2. They've got a run already for Kanab in the 4th inning, even though we haven't gotten to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Kanab will take it.
They will.
We've noticed there's been a little trouble now and then over there on the scoreboard. Trying to be sneaky or crafty.
Cameron Hesse's 2 for 2 in the game. He stands in on the right side.
Check the scoreboard on your V6 Media and KSL Sports or TeamHive.live, and you'll be in the ballpark.
First pitch from Glover. In the dirt, ball 1.
Well, and Hesse's just been on a tear as well. He's 2 for 2 in this game.
Came in hitting .423.
Long look at second base. Northrop there at second for South Sevier. And now Glover steps out.
I almost think that was called by design. Go 3-4 steps, just keep looking, and then step out of the box.
There's the 1-0. That one's on the outside half for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Mix up the timing, get him thinking about you, and then just step off, get the new sign.
Glover checks Northrop again at second. The 1-1. Just misses outside for ball 2. Pretty good spot from Glover, but Hesse doesn't bite.
Well, Verosco looked back and kind of asked where it was, and you can tell by his body language too, he didn't like that call.
So 2 balls, 1 strike to Cameron Hesse. Pitch from Glover. That one misses low for ball 3 and a 3-1 hitter's count.
Do you have first base open now? Got 2 outs. Jaggerette on deck, 0 for 1 with a walk.
3-1 pitch. This is low for ball 4, and Cameron Hesse will draw the 2-out base on ball. So runners at first and second for the Rams. 1 run across, 2 outs in the inning. And as Nolan said, Jaggerette coming to the plate.
I have that as the third base of balls given up by Latimer.
Red stands in on the right side.
85 pitches for Latimer Glover. We play here in the top of the 4th.
First pitch, swinging ground ball to the left side. Diving stop by Verosco at third. The throw to first is in time. What a play by Brogan Verosco to get out of the inning for the Cowboys. As Red grounds into the 5-3 put out for the 3rd out of the inning. But South Sevier adds to their lead as they get 1 run on 2 hits in the inning. No errors committed by Kanab, and 2 runners left on base. Through 3.5, we're halfway home in the 2A state championship. And it's South Sevier 6, Kanab 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom at Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
The staff and management of Kane County Hospital provides professional care for you and your family. Their skilled nursing facility, medical, surgical, radiology, and laboratory personnel offer a calm and professional atmosphere while providing care for the community and visitors alike. Their 15-bed skilled nursing facility offers residents an astounding panoramic view while delivering the security and comfort of home. Healing happens here. Kane County Hospital in Kanab, supporting academics and athletics at our Kane County schools.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Well, to the bottom of the fourth inning we go with South Sevier leading Kanab 6-1 here in the baseball 2A state championship game. And the Cowboys will bring the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate this inning with Walker Baird, Cooper Anderson, and Brogan Verosco. Fourth batter of the inning, if they get there, will be Brady Ramsey. And again, they put a run up on the board in the bottom of the fourth already for some reason.
Yeah, I think they went one and then put it on the wrong one and then adjusted it and didn't take it off.
Yeah, they haven't caught their air yet. Pitch to Baird, ground ball back up the middle, fielded by Ingram off the mound. The flip to first is in time for the 1-3 putout in the first out of the inning.
Well, and so far Ingram looks really good on the mound. He's been in control of this game. He's a senior. He's been waiting for this moment.
Yeah, and you talk about that piece too, and we've seen obviously underclassmen step up in these games and have big moments, but for South Sevier to be able to have seniors that they roll out 3 games in a row on the final day of the state tournament when they have to win 6 games in 3 days.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Called strike 1 to Cooper Anderson on the outside edge for the 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball to the right side. Brindley at second fields it. The throw to first is in time for the 4-3 ground out and the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Throw strikes, get ground balls, and get outs.
And that will bring to the plate Brogan Verosco. Just made a great defensive play for the Cowboys. We'll see if he can get his bat rolling.
Well, so far, Ingram really efficient on the mound, only 43 pitches.
Verosco fouls that one into the screen on the right side for strike 1. Yeah, on the other side, 86 already for Latimer Glover.
Double.
Ingram out of the windup. The 0-1 pitch, curveball, foul tip, strike 2.
Dandy curveball.
Ingram, the main catcher for the South Sevier team, but we did see him last year too. Came in and pitched quite a bit, so he's pitched in these big moments.
There's the 0-2 delivery. On the outside edge for a called strike 3, and Verosco will go down looking for the third out of the inning and the 5th strikeout of the game for Peyton Ingram, and he sits him down in order for the second time today. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 4 complete in the 2A state championship. It's South Sevier 6, Kanab 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking's #1 investment has been dependable truck drivers like you. That's why they provide their drivers with an opportunity to earn up to $75,000 a year driving state-of-the-art equipment. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers in Utah, San Pete, Sevier, Juab, Millard, Beaver, Iron, Carbon, and Emery counties. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
To the top of the 5th inning we go here in this 2A state championship game. South Sevier leading Kanab 6-1. And the Rams will bring the 7, 8, 9 batters to the plate this inning. Brace Brindley, Riker Freeman, and Houston Blake. Cannon Barney will bat 4th if they get there. Latimer Glover on the mound for Kanab on the outside edge to Brindley for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Curveball swung on. Fly ball into center field. Coming in is Anderson. Dives forward and makes the catch. Cooper Anderson lays out for out number 1 in center field for Kanab.
Good job by Cooper Anderson. that ball just kept dying on him. He recognized that at the very last and really turned the burners on and had to lay out to get it.
Recognizes how big this game is, right? I mean, it's a winner-take-all right here, and you got to lay out, give yourselves a chance to win a game, and that's a big-time play right there from Cooper Anderson.
Brings Riker Freeman to the plate next.
Riker's had a tough day. 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking.
Freeman stands it on the left side.
Whoa.
That one's way high.
Just a bit outside.
For ball 1. Right back to the screen on that one. Glover out of the windup. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, it almost looks like maybe a different bat he's swinging this time, too. He wanted to flash that bright pink-looking color of bat.
Freeman's going to call time as he needs to readjust his elbow pad.
Well, notice this game he's had taken some a lot bigger swings than he was taking earlier when he was making contact, hitting the ball to all the fields.
Fouls this one off down the left field line for strike 2 and a 1-2 count. So the South Sevier softball team, as we mentioned, they've taken state. They showed up to a big round of applause and standing ovation here at BYU, and they all sat in the upper deck. And then after the half inning ended, I think a lot of parents moved up from the bottom, and most of the South Sevier softball players got down there to be a student section as Riker Freeman goes down swinging, and Latimer Glover with a big fist pump as he gets the second out of the inning. 5th strikeout of the game for Glover.
Yeah, so far that bat doesn't work either right now for Riker.
No, I'll take that one to the recycle bin.
Houston Blake in on the right side. First pitch from Glover. Right down the middle, strike 1.
Well, you take away 2 innings, and this is a 1-1 game. That first inning where they get the first 3 batters come across and score, and then continue that in the third with the 4-5, and they got that 5-0 lead. Kanab got 1 back, and then South Sevier in the 4th picks up 1 more.
Blake fouled off 1 for strike 2. That one misses up for ball 1, so a 1-2 count now to Houston Blake. Glover out of the windup, the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Blake will go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. 6th strikeout of the game for Latimer Glover as he sits down the Rams in order for the first time. 1-2-3 they go, and Kanab trying to get some momentum back as no runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base for the Rams in the top of the 5th through 4.5 in this 2A state championship. It is South Sevier 6, Kanab 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
In the fast-paced world we live in, every second counts. Whether it's staying productive in your home office or enjoying entertainment with no buffering. With CentraWave from Centricom, experience ultra-fast, next-generation, reliable internet that keeps your whole family connected. CentraWave by Centricom. Fast, reliable, everywhere. Get connected today. Visit www.centricom.com/CentraWave or call 1-800-427-8449.
Get ready for the first ever Strata Networks 2-man best ball tournament happening May 15th at the Roosevelt City Golf Course. Pick your partner and your tee time. Then come enjoy a new format supporting a great cause. There's a registration gift, food, and a whole lot of fun waiting on the green. All proceeds go to a local charity, so it's golf for good. Sign up today at strata.click/golf. Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Back here at Larry H. Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning in a 6-1 ball game. South Sevier leading Kanab in this 2A state championship. The Cowboys bring the 8, 9, and 1 batters to the plate this inning. Brady Ramsey, Hayden Gubler, and Cash Kabonik. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Cale Glover. Ramsey, first pitch swinging, lines out to Houston Blake at shortstop for out number 1, and L6 for Brady Ramsey.
Good hop out there by Houston Blake. Track that one all the way. We're getting there where that sun's going to start becoming a problem. And anything to the left side.
So that brings to the plate now Hayden Gubler. Ground ball to the left side. First pitch swinging, fielded by Okerlund at third. Throw to first in time. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Peyton Ingram.
You talk about 2 pitches and 2 outs, and that's only 48 pitches, and we're almost through 5. Ingram's done an excellent job on the mound, and the defense behind him playing well.
So that brings Cash Kabonik to the plate.
Cash 0 for 2 today. Came in with a .500 batting average.
Curveball for a called strike 1.
I think Peyton Ingram's feeling it.
Yeah, he is. Out of the windup, the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, Kabonik trying to get 1 run back right there, but swings right through that one.
Kabonik calls time as he...
Got his leg brace, or his protector, guard, whatever you call that thing there, came loose.
Here's the 0-2 from Ingram. Curveball, fouled down the first baseline as Kabonik battles.
And that curveball, once again, he's done a good job of throwing it for a strike and then sneaking the fastball past these hitters when they're looking for that slow curveball.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball back of the middle. That'll get through for a base hit for Kabonik, his first hit of the game. It's a 2-out single for the Cowboys.
Just the 4th hit for the Cowboys in the ballgame.
Kel Glover's had a pretty good day, was 1 for 2 in the first game, and he's already 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch here in this game.
Now Glover stands in on the right side.
Well, I heard it said, as Kabonik and Glover go, so go the Kanab Cowboys.
First pitch, fastball on the outside edge for a called strike 1. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Ball in the dirt. Blocked by Ingram, but tipped away from him just enough that Kabonik's able to take second base. 1-1 count now.
That was a tough pitch, too. Either way, he's probably going to get second base, but Ingram does a nice job just to keep it in front of him.
The 1-1. That one's right down the middle for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But right now, these Kanab hitters just getting caught up into, the umpire strike zone instead of just get in there and swing the bats and recognize, hey, you can hit the ball anywhere.
1-2 count. Here comes the 2 count, 2 strike clap from Sal Sevier, and that one misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Glover.
Well, Gus was wanting to see if he could get in on the magic there, but just couldn't sell that one.
Ingram sets again. Checks Kabonik at second, the 2-2 to Glover. Swung on, ground ball to the left side. Backhanded by Blake. The throw to first is in time for the 6-3 ground out. And the 3rd out of the inning. Kanab gets a hit, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors by Sal Sevier, and 1 runner left on base. Through 5 complete in the 2A state championship. It is Sal Sevier 6, Kanab 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network at Centricom at Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Back here at Larry H. Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University as we go to the top of the 6th inning. And South Sevier leads Kanab 6-1 in this 2A state championship game. And the Rams bring the top of the order to the plate. Cannon Barney, Peyton Ingram, and Biggs Northrup. If they get to the 4th batter, the cleanup hitter is Kenyon Okerlund. Latimer Glover on the mound for Kanab. Misses outside for ball 1 to Barney.
I think this is, unless he comes up with some magic, probably going to be his last inning. That was pitch 97. 98.
2-0 now to Barney. They did have a 10-pitch inning last inning, but he had 35 in the first. That really got him off. Working out of the windup. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Barney. That one's on the outside half for a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
He took a little extra time right there, make sure he gets strike 1.
Here's the 2-1. Swung on, ground ball to the left side. Glover over with the backhand deep in the hole. Throw to first is in time as they just beat the diving Cannon Barney for out number 1 on the 6-3 put out for the first out of the inning.
Well, that time he took the time to set himself and throw, and it's probably a good thing because had he just thrown that other one over there, it didn't get the kind of heat that he had on it this time. And that's what it took to get the out.
You're exactly right. He fielded that one deep in that 5-6 hole, and he needed a strong arm. Just gets a speedy Cannon Barney.
Brings Peyton Ingram to the plate. First pitch, curveball. Strike 1 on the inside half. Here's the 0-1. That one's low and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ingram's 2 for 3, a double and a triple. 2 runs scored and an RBI. Of course, Crew Winkle has scored both of those runs as the speed-up runner for the pitcher.
Came in hitting 467 in this ball game.
1-1. That one just about hit him. High and tight for ball 2.
That stat line kind of seems like that's been every game.
Yeah. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, line drive into left center field is down for a base hit for Peyton Ingram as he continues to rake here at BYU. That makes him a 4-bagger shy of the cycle.
Yeah, he's done everything he needs to on the mound, and he's done it at the plate, too.
3 for 4 here in this ball game. He's got to be flirting with 500 batting average now.
Crew Winkle takes his spot on the bases. Brings Biggs Northrup to the plate. He's 2 for 2 in the game.
Yeah, these 2 back-to-back have been tough outs.
Yes. First pitch in the dirt. That one's going to get by Verasco, and Winkle moves up on the wild pitch.
The scary thing is you think, okay, first base open, Biggs Northrup up. Let's walk him or pitch around him, so to speak. But then you got Kenyon Oker and Cameron Hesse who are just lights out as well right behind him.
1-0 pitch, chopped foul to the left side for strike 1. And that ball's still in place. They've got to hold on for just a moment as they allow Landon Archibald to head down to left field line to pick up that foul ball. Glover comes set. Winkle takes the lead at second. The 1-1 to Northrup. Swung on. Deep fly ball to left. Going back is Kabanik. He turns and watches it go into the trees. The first round tripper over the wall here at the 2A state tournament. And it comes off the bat of Biggs Northrup. Winkle scores from second. And Biggs Northrup touches them all. Make it 8-1 South Sevier here in the top of the 6th.
Right there just to the left of the 380 Power Alley sign. Good 400-foot shot at least.
Yeah, that's a couple huge insurance runs here in the top of the 6th inning. Gives them that 8-1 lead now. He got all of that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
4 RBIs in the game now for Northrup.
That was pretty to watch.
South Sevier crowd can feel it here in the 6th.
Just right of the scoreboard and left of the 380 sign. Hits the pine tree right there behind Cash Kabanik there in left field.
Almost halfway up that pine tree.
Infield went and got together for a moment on the mound for Kanab. 107 pitches now for Glover, which means after Okerlund, we could very well see a pitching change unless Okerlund swinging early, and he is. Line drive into left field, down for a base hit. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Okerlund rounds the first on his way to second, and he will hold there with a one-out double for South Sevier.
Well, I don't want to be repetitive, but I'm going to be repetitive, and the beat goes on.
That's why I say, you could think about walking or pitching around Biggs, but then you got Okerlund and Hesse are just as hot as anybody.
Time called by Coach Brinkerhoff. He comes out to the mound for Kanab.
I think he's just going to go ahead and make the change, even though he's got a couple pitches.
Yes, he is. So pitching change coming. We will take the break for it. We're in the top of the 6th inning. South Sevier leads Kanab 8-1 in this 2A state championship game. And there's one out with one on for South Sevier when we come back here to the top of the 6th on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom and Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Heads up for the perfect solution to jumpstart your outdoor adventure. Whether you're tearing up the back roads or backcountry, driving the trails or highways of Utah, or making waves on the waterways with family or friends, it's high time you experience the unsurpassed excitement destination at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet and Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford, and Jorgensen Power Sports in Richfield will make sure you're properly outfitted. That's Jorgensen Auto Group, Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford, Jorgensen Power Sports Richfield, thrill seekers wanted.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery. Check out their great cut fruit program with wonderful fresh-cut fruit daily. And everyone loves Honey's famous talking truck, Rusty. Get all this with the hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there. They're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
We're back here at Brigham Young University as Brogan, Verasco, and Latimer Glover will trade places. Glover moves to third, and Verasco comes from third to the mound. On in relief of Latimer Glover, who leaves with South Sevier leading Kanab 8-1 here in the top of the 6th. The runner on second and one out. And the first batter that Verasco sees will be Cameron Hesse.
Yeah, 0.00 ERA, just 2/3 of an inning of work, one strikeout, no base on balls for Brogan Verasco. Latimer Glover goes to third.
Hesse in on the right side. First pitch from Verasco, curveball, misses up for ball one.
Hesse's had a good day too. He's 2 for 2. Scored a run and then was walked.
1-0 pitch. Misses outside for ball two, so a 2-0 hitters count now for Hesse. The 2-0. Swung on, deep fly ball to center field. Cooper Anderson turns on his horse. That one's over his head, and that one's going to one-hop the wall. That will score. Okerlund around third. Hesse strolling into third, standing up with an RBI triple to straightaway center field. Make it now 9-1 South Sevier here in the top of the 6th.
Yep, did a good job there.
Well, what was the count too, right?
Yep.
2-0. They've worked counts to their favor. They've been disciplined at the plate. That's been their approach this whole tournament. This is the one team too that we felt like, and Robert, you mentioned it, that first game you and I did with South Sevier San Juan, the way they pitched it. You pitch things differently when you feel like you can win the state championship, not just get from one game to the next.
Yeah.
And they were built, their team, of all the teams here that could come through that loser's bracket, come back and win it.
Yeah. Jagger Red fouls off the first pitch. Verasco out of the windup. Red fouls off the next one for strike two and an 0-2 count. One out in the inning. It's a 9-1 South Sevier lead here in the top of the 6th. 0-2 called, strike 3 to Jagger Red as he goes down looking for the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Brogan Verosco. That'll bring Brace Brindley to the plate now for South Sevier. Verosco again out of the windup. First pitch, curveball on the outside edge, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Falls off low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swung on, chopped to the right side. Moreno at second fields it. The throw to first is in time for the 4-3 ground out and the third out of the inning. But South Sevier adds to their lead as they go 3 runs on 4 hits. And as a team, they hit for the cycle in the inning. As the 4 hits, single, double, triple, home run. And 1 runner left on base, and no errors committed by Kanab. Through 5.5, it is South Sevier 9, Kanab 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Dependable truck drivers like you have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. That's why they provide their drivers with state-of-the-art equipment, ongoing training, and reliable, courteous support. Barney Trucking is now hiring Class A CDL drivers with doubles endorsement to help address our exceptional growth throughout Utah. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Hey, y'all, just a reminder to shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, offering windows and glass sales and installation, including window tinting. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 410 North Main in Richfield, has a huge inventory and always sells at rock-bottom prices, and Shepherd's has the service to back it all up. Click shepherdscarpets.com. Carpet, flooring, windows, and glass, and more. Shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Click shepherdscarpets.com and sit back and try to wipe that big old smile off your face.
To the bottom of the 6th we go here in Provo. 2A state championship, 9-1. South Sevier leads Kanab. Check swing off the handle by Latimer Glover. Fielded at first by Jagger Red. The flip to Ingram is in time for the 3-1 putout. And the first out of the inning. The Cowboys are down to 5 outs.
I'll bet you that's one that Peyton Ingram ain't worked on much.
But
as a pitcher covering first.
Well, he's been doing it as a catcher backing up. He was on his way over there. Did a nice job getting to the line, finding the bag.
3-4-5 batters this inning for the Cowboys. Glover followed now by Kenan Verosco, then Walker Baird. On the outside edge to Verosco, strike 1. That 3-4-5. You know, we talked about already. Sophomore.
Yeah.
At the heart of this Kanab order. If they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Cooper Anderson, who's been swinging a hot bat today, one of the seniors for Kanab. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, high pop up in the infield. Red at first base, drifts back and makes the play for out number 2, a P3 for Verosco for the second out of the inning.
Good job there by Jagger Red to find that baseball. Talked about a tough sky to play baseball, field fly balls. Now anybody on the left side got them shadows getting long down there on the field from the west.
Walker Baird in on the left side, watches ball 1 go by low.
So anything to the shortstop, third base, left field side could be interesting.
Next pitch to Baird. Misses as well, so a 2-0 hitters count now for Baird. Of course, Baird as a freshman might have been the tournament MVP last year for Kanab.
Yeah, it was big.
2-0, swung on, ground ball to the right side. Brindley fields it at second. The flip to first in time for the 4-3 ground out and the third out of the inning as Ingram sits him down in order. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 6 complete in the 2A state championship. It is South Sevier 9, Kanab 1. 7th and final inning when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom at Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Lumber Plus True Value is now Lumber Plus Do It Best. Same store, same people, only better. Lumber Plus is currently under construction and making the store bigger and better. Things are being moved around during construction, so ask for help if you can't find what you're looking for. Don't miss this month's specials. Get a Pro Mask blue masking tape for $7.99 each. And gear up for grilling with Kingsford 12-pound Match Light Charcoal for $12.99 at Lumber Plus Do It Best Hardware in Kanab.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
We're back here at Brigham Young University as we go to the 7th inning here in Provo at the 2A Baseball State Championship. And the South Sevier Rams will bring the 8-9-1 batters to the plate. Riker, Freeman, Houston Blake, and Cannon Barney this inning. Brogan Vrosco on the mound for Kanab.
Riker's had a tough day. He's hoping to shake it off right here.
He just went to a different bat to help kind of get that voodoo action going here.
There's one line, but it's going to be off the hop, fielded by Verasco, and he just going to go step on the base for out number 1. So ground out to the pitcher for Riker Freeman for the first out of the inning. Brings Houston Blake to the plate now for the Rams.
Houston's day been a little on the tough side, too. Pop up and 2 strikeouts.
First pitch, low and away, ball 1.
But he smiles every time he looks out there at the scoreboard.
And he's played a really good shortstop.
You betcha.
Ball 2 for the 2-0 hitters count for Blake.
Brogan Vrosco's got a good-looking curveball.
2-0, swung on, line drive, down the right field line. That one's going to roll all the way to the corner as Blake heads to second. Ramsey cuts it off. Blake's on his way to third. Guarino takes the cutoff, and Houston Blake is in with a one-out stand-up triple for the Rams.
They've all had kind of their own little, I guess, salute that they give back to their dugout right there, and he just gives them one big old fist pump and kind of wind up right there, but he's pumped with that triple right there. And South Sevier, they've done it with the bats and they've done it on the mound. Good solid pitching, and we talked about it. You know, they're the one team that had multiple guys that you could go out there on the mound at any time and feel like they're going to give you a chance to get the win.
Now Cannon Barney stands in on the right side.
13 hits in the ball game. Whoa.
That one behind him for ball 1.
Well, it makes it nice, too, if you're a pitcher out there when your team goes out there and just puts up crooked number after crooked number.
Next pitch, strike 1. The outside edge for a 1-1 count. That one nearly hits him, just misses inside for ball 2.
Barney was looking at the umpire like, hey, that brushed me, but said nope.
2-1. That one is going to hit him. So runners on first and third now for South Sevier with 1 out. And Peyton Ingram coming to the plate.
Uh-oh.
The next 2 batters for South Sevier are 1 hit shy of the cycle. Ingram needs a 4-bagger. Northrop needs a 2-bagger.
I think there's a better chance of the 2-bagger for Northrop than the 4-bagger. This is a big ballpark.
Yes, it is.
But we have seen him do it inside the park as well.
He's ran a lot of bases. He's got to be getting tired. Last 3 days.
And he scored 3
they don't
runs.
Look tired to me. I don't know about you guys. Which game you watching?
He's in on the right side. First pitch from Verasco on the outside edge. Strike 1 to Ingram.
Well, and everybody's playing pretty deep. I mean, look at Anderson at center field and Kabonic in left, and then you got Ramsey in right center playing
one
deep.
pitch, ground ball to left side, fielded by Glover. Flip to second in time. Throw to first is not in time. Ingram beats it out and drives in a run in the process. 2 outs in the inning, and it's now 10-1 South Sevier as Houston Blake scores from third. 6-4, fielder's choice hit into by Ingram. Brings Biggs Northrop to the plate.
Think he's aware that he only needs a double? I'll bet he does.
First pitch, misses it to the backstop. Ingram heads to second. Verosco came up chucking anyways.
Yeah, his arm's killing him now on that throw.
Yeah, Verosco.
You throw that many pitches and then you rifle one like that. He grabbed his arm. He's hurting.
They're letting Ingram run this time as Coach Baker. They brought Krewinkel in to run for him the other 3 times in this game.
Ooh.
Now Northrop fouls that one off the end of the bat for strike 1 and a 1-1 count.
I'm going to guess he's going to see a steady diet of those pitches.
The 1-1 in the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And first base is open, so you just stick with that pitch and make him hit it.
2-1. Top of the zone for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Northrop.
Yeah, surprising. You threw him a fastball right there.
Here's the 2-2 from Verosco. Swung on, chopped foul to the left side. Northrop digs back in. Ingram at second, 2 outs. The 2-2. Swung on, high fly ball into center field. Anderson coming in on the Y logo and makes the play for out number 3. So an F8 for Northrop for the 3rd out of the inning. South Sevier, though, continues to add to their lead as they get 1 run on 1 hit in the inning. Nowhere is committed by Kanab, and 1 runner left on base through 6.5 innings of play. It is South Sevier 10, Kanab 1 in the 2A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Basin Machinery takes vertical tillage to the max with the Turbo Max from Great Plains. With its hydraulically adjustable gang angle, the Turbo Max gives you lots of options. In the fall, you can run the machine at an angle to bury more residue. And in the spring, you can run it straight to create an excellent vertically tilled seed bed, all to help you achieve the best yields. Call Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today to see what the Turbo Max can do for you. Mason Machinery in Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Back here at BYU, first pitch swinging. Cooper Anderson grounds out to Peyton Ingram on the mound for a 1-3 ground out. The Cowboys are down to their final 2 outs, and the South Sevier crowd can feel it.
Yeah, everyone for the most part on their feet for South Sevier.
Brogan Verosco stands in now for Kanab. First pitch. He's going to foul that one back out of play into the seats for strike 1.
Got the girls softball team down there leading the cheer.
Ingram out of the windup. The 0-1 curveball. Misses for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6, 7, 8 batters this inning for Kanab. Anderson, followed by Verosco, then Brady Ramsey. The 4th batter would be Hayden Gubler. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, line drive into right field for a base hit from Brogan Verosco. A 1-out single to try to keep Kanab's season alive.
Nice piece of hitting there from Verosco. Just took that fastball, squared it up, drives it into right field.
That brings Brady Ramsey to the plate. He's in on the left side. First pitch from Ingram. Swung on, chopped to the left side. Fielded by Okerlund at third. Throw to second is in time. No play at first. And the Cowboys are down to their final out. A 5-4 fielder's choice. As Hayden Gubler will come to the plate next for Kanab. Stands it on the right side. Ramsey off at first, not being held on by Red. First pitch from Ingram. Swing and a miss, strike one. Ingram has done this. That was just pitch 71.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, super efficient. Just went at these Kanab hitters, throwing strikes. Did a nice job mixing up his fastball, curveball, and the defense has been spectacular behind him.
Just a reminder, this is 2-time state champion he's doing it to.
Called strike 2 on the outside edge for an 0-2 count to Gubler.
And here comes our clapping chant. 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Ingram out of the stretch as Ramsey gets a lead at first. Coach Baker out of the dugout trying to get the South Sevier crowd going. The 0-2 just misses outside for ball one and a 1-2 count.
Everybody on the infield for South Sevier is hopping around. They thought they had it.
Let's just watch Gus Ingram here, the freshman. If they do get a strike 3, get the out, does he keep the baseball? He's smart enough to keep a hold of it.
Yeah. The 1-2. High and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and if they ask him, I don't know what happened to it.
Well, I'm going to get the team to sign it, that's what he's going to say.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The clap is going again. Ingram to Gubler. The 2-2. Misses up for ball 3 and a full count. Well, you remember him at Hafen for Richfield 6 years ago. Caught the final out and then threw it over the left field fence.
Yep. Well, right now you're going to field it if the ball is hit on the infield and going to first base. They're going to let Verosco go, or Ramsey take off.
Payoff pitch just misses outside, and South Sevier crowd wanted it, didn't get it, as Hayden Gubler draws the walk. That is the first base on balls of the game issued by Peyton Ingram. He's hit 2 batters. The first one he's walked, and it brings it to the ever-dangerous Cash Kabonik hitting from the left side. First one from Ingram. Swung on. Flies this one down the left field line. Foul and out of play for strike 1.
Yeah, and really nothing hurt. You know, South Sevier crowd, and everybody really wanted it. But still, you got the big 10-1 lead here. Out hit Kanab so far, 13-4.
The 0-1 from Ingram. Swung on and fouled again down the left field line. Out of play for strike 2 and an 0-2 count. And here comes the 2-strike clap from the South Sevier crowd.
Yeah, and that's been kind of something new. That dugout, everybody's been into that. It's worked for them so far.
Yes, it has. 2 on, 2 outs. The 0-2. Curveball misses outside for ball 1.
Got some boos and some ahs on that one.
Maybe that shadow's bothering old Blue down there, huh?
Clap coming back as Ingram checks the runner at second. The 1-2. Right down the middle for a call. Strike 3. And Kabonik will go down looking for the 3rd out of the inning. The final out of the game. And for the first time since 2022, the South Sevier Rams are the 2A baseball state champions.
Well, and I've watched in Ingram's Gus not letting go of that ball. It's still in his glove. He's keeping a squeeze on it.
And why not? You get to catch your senior brother in the state championship game. The South Sevier softball team is being let out onto the field to bring their trophy to celebrate with the baseball team. Of course, South Sevier was hoping to do it in boys and girls basketball. The girls got it done. The boys lost to Kanab. But they do it in the spring sports in softball and baseball.
Now the question is, do they share the fire engine ride, or do they get 2 fire engines? They each have their own.
Well, they're certainly going to need more than one.
Well, I'd rather ride the fire engine with the girls myself, so then they split them up half and half, you know.
Well, give them a lot of credit. They did exactly what they needed to do to get this win. That's tough to drop down that loser's bracket, but like we said, this was the one team of all that was built for this moment.
They give 5 at home plate to the Kanab baseball team, and Kanab's had their number, beat them 3 times this season.
Yeah.
And South Sevier came in on a tear to this state championship, beat them 17-8 in game 1, then 10-1 in game 2 to secure the state championship.
Let me have that.
Yeah, South Sevier double dips them to get the win. For these seniors too, Robert, talk about the bookends. They win the state champion as freshmen. They take second, and then they close the book here as they graduate this year with another state championship.
Yeah, and again, you say, well, maybe they were freshmen, didn't have a big part, but they did have a big part of that team that won it 3 years ago. You had multiple ones in the starting lineup, others that pitched or came on in relief, and certainly a great way to finish their career for this senior group for South Sevier, as they get the 10-1 win. And they get the monkey that is Kanab off their back after Kanab beats them the last 2 seasons in this same game.
Yeah, and you see the coaches out there shaking hands. A lot of respect for these 2 coaches and these 2 teams and their programs.
Got a small tradition that I've got here. I'm going to take my bracket and the lineup card and the final high school bracket down and give it to Coach Baker.
As they celebrate on the crowd, and the state championship trophy will be getting ready to be awarded. Mr. Trent Allred will give Kanab the runner-up trophy. And again, a great season for Kanab. They came in as the 4 seed. They weren't supposed to be in this game either, according to the rankings. And they were the undefeated team that got here. And they finish a great season, and they will continue to have a great baseball team for years to come, will Kanab, as they go out and grab their second-place trophy. That'll be Brogan Verosco that comes and grabs it. And now you'll see some of the others, Cash Kabonik, some of those seniors, Logan Bader, come out with them. And now South Sevier principal Brett Beagley will hand South Sevier the state championship trophy.
Yeah, Riker Freeman went and almost tackled him, took it from him.
So as they continue to have hugs all around between these 2 programs, both baseball and softball on the field here for South Sevier, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with our postgame show next here from Brigham Young University in Provo. 10-1 year final. South Sevier wins their 9th all-time baseball state championship over Kanab. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
We are all part of a team, whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support. Your team needs you to be at the top of your game. At Intermountain Health Sevier Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Our health professionals and staff are waiting to serve you and your loved ones. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by King County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the Stage Stop convenience store, but dine at Blue Taco with BOGO Tuesday. Buy any one Blue Taco item, get one free. Check out these specials: crisp Pink Lady apples, $1.29 a pound; boneless beef rump roast, $5.49 a pound; Johnsonville Select Italian sausage for $3.49; Glazier's Market baby cakes for $4.99 each; and Dietz & Watson Select ham for $7.29 a pound. For more savings, visit glaziersmarket.com.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
We're back here at Brigham Young University as the South Sevier baseball and softball teams continue to celebrate in the infield at Larry H. Miller Field as the baseball team wins it 10-1 your final. They double-dip Kanab. And you look at their scores the last 3 days here in the 6 games that they have played now. And, I mean, they put up some runs, did South Sevier.
Yeah, it's a different ball club. You know, I felt it yesterday, but I felt it especially this morning when I went in the dugout. And I think I mentioned it this morning. They were loose, you know, which last year they weren't. They seemed tight. It's that Beaver that this morning seemed to be tight. But, you know, it just seemed the atmosphere felt different from years past. And, you know, they had the resolution. They just were going to get her done. And they come out swinging the bats and different approach at the plate. I think, you know, that made a world of difference.
Well, they go 9 runs against San Juan, 10 against Enterprise, 13 against Grand, 10 against Beaver, 17 against Kanab, and 10 against Kanab, right?
Yeah, you nailed it.
What did I say?
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence got a mind like a still time. I just haven't remember here they got 10 runs today, so.
That's a lot of runs.
Well, and I felt like, you know, go back, you know, when these seniors were freshmen, when they did win it, that was the difference in that team too, in my opinion, when they won it that year, was they hit the ball.
Yeah.
They just scored runs. You couldn't get them out 1 through 9. They had moments the last couple of years when they took second that they just had a couple dry spells. Kanab that 1 year here at BYU kind of had their number. They come in and started throwing some lefties, and they threw soft and away from these hitters, and they popped up and did different things. But the other thing they did really good is they understand now, after 2 years of taking second place, playing on a big field, you can't hit those long fly balls. They're just outs. Here they hit, even when they hit those long ones today, they were on a line, and so they got the outfielders couldn't run them down. They beat them deep. They beat them in front. They beat them down the lines, and they hit to all fields, 1 through 9 batters.
Yes, they did. Very impressive performance here again by South Sevier. And you look at the line they had to take to get here. They had to eliminate number 1 on Thursday. They had to eliminate number 3 on Friday, and then eliminate number 9. And then they had to eliminate number 2, and then eliminate number 4. They had to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to the state championship.